top of round 6 here. This is the Chris Trapasso show.
Yeah, I came on the right time here. Let's do D tackle and corner because I want to double dip on those two positions. So if you can highlight those, Striker, DL and corner, is anyone that really stands out to me. Do they have Warren Brinson on this board?
That's a
Riley
deep cut.
Mills, is it? Come on, Warren Brinson.
If got Nazir Stackhouse if you want to get his teammate.
What about scroll up a little? You know what? Let's go Cam Horsley because he's so fun. He's kind of like a Jamari Caldwell light. I think adding more beef up front would be good with Horsley in the 6th.
All right, Josh, you are pick 178, the Tennessee Titans.
Let's go. Can you get back to their picks real quick, Striker?
Cam Ward, Shamar Stewart, Jalen Noel, and Demetrius Knight. The 2nd, Savion Jones, and then Jalen Lane.
We are in best available player land.
Let's give him another linebacker. Let's go with Kane Madrano from UCLA.
Oh, he's a good player. They had a deep linebacker room at UCLA, including Femi Oladejo, who actually moved outside because that room was so deep. All right, Traps, you are on for 3 straight picks. Cleveland at 179, Las Vegas at 180, and then the Chargers at 181.
Let's go wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns. If Josh is okay with that. How about Andrew Armstrong? I think he's a really underrated player. We had Teslago way earlier. I think kind of reminds me of Brian Edwards when he was coming out of South Carolina. Okay. Not quite as bulky, but just a good big slot, reliable, good in contested catch situations.
All right, Las Vegas
Raiders. This is that fun Mike draft where you went Burden in round 2. You know what? I think they could still use edge. I'm going to go with let's see, is there someone? How about Ja Joyner? He's long. He is explosive, good edge setter. So Ja Joyner for the Raiders there.
All right. And then the Chargers at 181.
Chargers 181. We just went wide receiver. We got a lot of pieces on the offensive side. You know what? Let's go with one of my absolute favorites in the entire class, linebacker Teddy Buchanan from California, former UC Davis stud. I absolutely love him on film.
You love some Teddy Buchanan. I can attest to that for sure.
I do. You don't like him?
No, I do.
Like
but in the 7-round mock drafts, he went several times under the Chris Trapasso GM leadership. Jacksonville at 182, Josh.
Striker, can you go to their? Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go. See, we took defensive tackle, took a safety, couple corners.
Hurry up, Josh. Emery's falling asleep.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Let's go with Will Howard here.
Oh.
Trevor.
Why is Josh picking for the Steelers too? He just trying to make this team as terrible as possible. All right, Emery, 183. You're the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's see what we have already in tow. Ravens always make good picks. Case in point, Mello Dotson. Give me the guy that's scrappy, that looks like he like fighting and got ball skills. Lock it.
That's a Baltimore Raven for sure. All right, Josh, back to back with the Saints at 184, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers, who didn't get Will Howard somehow in this universe at pick 185.
Let's go with safety here. We'll go with Malachi Moore.
Okay. Smart
from Alabama.
Can't wait to see this pick for the Steelers.
Let's see. For the Steelers, we've already given them a wide receiver. Let's go. see, did we get our? No, we haven't taken a running back yet. Let's go with Damian
Oh.
Martinez.
He feels like
That
a
makes
cross
sense.
between Najee and who's the Kentucky running back they drafted a few years ago? The
Yeah, I was
bowling
about
ball?
to say that. Yeah, right.
Benny Snell.
Yeah,
Yes, now. And by the way, Josh, I owe you an apology. I forgot that BMAC traded up for Shedeur Sanders. I would have
I was
taken
going to
Will
say,
Howard.
you want to add competition for Shedeur?
I forgot about
I
that.
was like,
'cause
man, this guy loves him some Will Howard.
and let it be said, I will overdraft a certain position on these 7-round mock drafts more than anyone else because I'm always confused by the end. 186 New York Jets. Emory, what do you got?
We love. It's about depth here. Baron Terrell still on the board. Let's knock it out the park.
He should be drafted
Way
a
early.
round and a half before this at the very least for sure. All right, Minnesota Vikings here. Haven't had a ton of picks because of the trade ups last year. Nick Emanwari, Vernon Broughton, Nick Martin. Excuse me, I was confused there what I was looking at. All right, so let's see here.
Quarterback.
I was
line
very
would be
seriously
guard.
thinking about taking Will Howard until I got snaked by my guy Josh here. We're in round 6. I think this is an okay range to take Seth Hennigan. I like Seth Hennigan. I think he's a solid player, ton of starts. He can be a backup. They only have 2 quarterbacks, I believe, on the roster right now. One, JJ, obviously, is coming off the injury, and Brett Rippon. So, yeah, give me Seth Hennigan here. All right, Josh. Excuse me. Yeah, Josh, you're back at it at pick 188.
Yeah, another team with a lot of picks. We haven't addressed the safeties yet. I'm going to go Jalen Reed, Penn State.
God, he's a good player. I would take him higher than this. That feels like a steal for me. Traps back-to-back with the Colts and the Rams at 189 and 190.
Okay, Colts. Once he puts that in, I just got to see who the.
Has he been taken?
They don't have him. They don't have Jalen Reed.
Oh, get out of here. That can't be right.
This is where I draw the line.
Penn State slander against Penn State striker.
Just wait until we get into round 7 and Emory starts rolling through his
we
players
passed
500
that.
through 600. Yeah.
we passed that. They didn't have guys that in the 4th round that I was like, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, with you, I figured that was
Wow,
going to happen.
Jalen Reed's a good player. All right. What's your backup plan?
Let's see. Striker, can you get other picks again real quick, please? Okay, so have not addressed the offensive line. I'm going to go with Chase Lunt from
Good player.
UConn.
Yep, he's a good player.
If Dan Moore doesn't work out, now I've got a backup.
Just more Steelers catching strays for no reason. All right, Indianapolis and the Rams back-to-back traps 189 and 190.
All right, I'm going to go to start with the Colts. They need more edge help. I do not know how to pronounce his last name, but I'm going with the edge rusher from Boise State. Ryan, help me with that one.
Oh,
Ahmad
Hassan.
Hass.
I don't know either.
He's
I
a
know
good
he's from
player.
Egypt.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
He's fun on film in round 6. Like he's not ready to play yet and be an every down guy, but the guy at the top right there, striker for the Colts, would be good. Yep, right there.
Hassanian. I think it's Hassanian.
Hassanian,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good player.
And then Rams. You know what? The Rams like to throw some curveballs at times. Actually, well, they picked Blake Corum last year. Let's go quarterback. We're going with our favorite quarterbacks. I like Cam Miller a lot from North Dakota State. He reminds me of Brock Purdy a little bit. And I could see them being like Matt Stafford. We didn't get Shedeur. Cam Miller for the Rams in round 6.
All righty, Denver Broncos. And they have Colson Loveland, Quinshon Judkins, Zay Frazier, and Tyrion Ingram Dawkins on the inside. Let's go. Look at offensive line really quick here. Tackle and inside, just so I don't have to re-cue you if this guy's not here. Let's go Johnny Cornelius out of Oregon, right tackle for Oregon. He's a big hulking player. Had some depth there. Traps, you are Cleveland. No, that's not right. Are you?
Yes, I am the Browns.
Oh, you're at Cleveland. I thought it was Josh. Okay, 192. You're the Browns.
We're the Browns. We went one running back, receiver. How about let's look at linebacker? I think Jalen Walker from Indiana is so fun. Another non-combine guy, but skinny, but made a lot of plays. Ran, I think, 4.4 flat or close to that at the Indiana Pro Day. I'm going to go linebacker just with a high upside player there for the Browns.
All right. Not to be confused with Jaylon Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals at 193, Josh.
Okay, let's go. Let's go with Jay Toya, the defensive tackle from UCLA.
UCLA. Love it.
Dancing Bear. Yeah, he bounces around. Pretty sure he's in here. I saw him earlier.
There he is. Got him. And then pick 194, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right back to you, Josh.
Okay, we took Emory Jones, Tez Johnson. Okay, we're gonna add some more depth, competition to the interior offensive line. Let's go with Drew Kendall, Boston College.
Ooh.
Got him. Look at that.
Back to the Rams for me, correct?
Rams at 195.
195. Okay, so I think they still need some depth at offensive tackle. Can we look at that quick? Unless I'm going to go with Brandon Crenshaw Dixon. Oh my God, easy. Jalen Travis from Iowa State with his numbers and his size.
Good.
I think that would be a immediate call-in pick by the Rams.
And if I recall correctly, he has freakishly long arms. Detroit at 196 is me. Let's go. Actually, oh boy, I'm going to take K'Mon Rucker here, the edge rusher out of UNC.
I like
hiring him. Yeah, I'm hiring him than most people, I feel like. And then Denver back on the clock here at 197. And is Craig Woodson your guy, Traps?
I like him a lot, yeah. Watching Cal, all three of those players were good at Cal. In the
let's go with Craig Woodson, the safety, just to add some depth
That's
there as well. And next up, we have a little switcheroo here. I believe, Traps, you're at 198.
Okay.
Is that right? No, hold on.
I got
Is that right,
Green Bay.
Packers?
Are we back to Emory?
Yep.
Back to Emory
198?
with the Packers, yep.
Okay.
All right. Let me see the interior offensive line.
The Packers are always picking good blockers late in the draft, too.
Right. And so I feel like scroll down. This is small college territory. Give me Joshua Gray.
Oh, there you go. Oregon State small college. That's disrespectful to Oregon State.
Listen, man, they got to pick a conference, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
college
Traps.
right now.
I believe that you have the next four picks, if I'm correct. The Chargers,
Sweet.
the Browns, and the Rams twice.
Yes, those are my.
All right, do those things.
Teams.
I'm going to take a quick break, but you guys keep going.
Sure. All right. So for the Chargers, yeah, I mean, I think I think Ryan deserves a little bit of a break. Let's go offensive guard for the Chargers because we know that Jim Harbaugh wants to run the football. Jackson Slater from Sacramento State was a lot of fun on film, tested well. We're going to go there just with a depth player, Jackson Slater from Sacramento State for the Chargers. And then to the Browns. Let's look at safety for the Browns. I don't love Sebastian Castro. The one that stands out to me, I didn't love him on film, but the testing was through the roof. Katan Crawford from Nevada, transferred from Miami.
Right.
Big time workout. I think he, in round 6, Crawford from Nevada would make a lot of sense just to add depth to that secondary in Cleveland. And then Rams, we went quarterback, we went tackle. They're built up front with David Walker and Aeneas Peebles. Let's look at wide receiver, just because you bring in Devontae Adams, but he's near the end of his career, still a really good player. How about a bigger-bodied speedster? I'm going to go Keandre Lambert-Smith from Auburn to be that outside speedster for the future for them. Back-to-back selections for the Rams. What about running back? I know you have Blake Corum, you have Kyron Williams. Is there one running back I think is very Ramsey to me? Corey Kiner from Cincinnati. He was at LSU, transfers to Cincinnati and was really elusive last season for the Bearcats.
I love Corey
Let's go.
Kiner.
Baltimore is on the clock. Let's look at what we've done. Corner. We got good football players, man. Let's go to offensive line one more time. And I like Marcus Ware out of Montana State. Scroll.
Yeah, I think we've taken him before. There he is.
There he is.
I think we've taken him in the 7th-round mock draft for sure. All right, we're getting there. Pick 204, the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go to wide receiver because I'm going to keep giving them wide receiver help.
They need it.
I love how you minor. Okay. Oh man, there's some guys here. I'm going to take, and I know this young man's off some teams' boards, but Samuel Brown is 6'2", 200 pounds, and ran 4.4. He's been to 3 different schools, but if he can keep his head locked into football, he could be a special player. Sam Brown, the U. All right, Traps, here the Baltimore Ravens at 212. Oh, wait, the Washington Commanders on the board? Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, I skipped
No,
down too far. My
205.
bad.
Yeah.
Yep. There's the Cowboys have a pick at 211. 205 Washington. That's Josh. There we go.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Auburn fans are probably irritated that this guy's not off the board. I'm going to go with Jarquez Hunter,
Absolutely.
running back, Auburn.
Right. How's
He's a
he
good
still
player
there?
too.
All right, Traps, the Bills at 206.
Oh, we have another Bills pick, and I hadn't gone. This is fun for me. This is great. I hadn't gone running back yet with the James Cook situation. Go to running back. I just picked one of my favorites in Corey Kiner. How about LaQuint Allen from Syracuse? Just because of the receiving ability and how much Ryan probably watched him live this season, being in the backyard of Syracuse, and that how much they want to utilize their running backs in the pass game.
He is, I think he had over 60 targets last year. He's only 20 years old. Runs a little upright at times, but I think he's a good player and great value here, no doubt about it. 207, New York Jets, Emory Hunt.
All right. They're loaded in the backfield. We doubled up on receiver. We got some. Let's go O-line. Continue to stockpile depth there. And I will go with scroll. They don't even have the very good tackle, guard tackle from, go back up.
Have Carson Vincent sitting there.
That the Senior Bowl got him. Give me Luke Kendra.
Good one.
The Senior Bowl, if you go back and watch
For
his
Vincent.
Auburn game, it was whew.
He's got the traits, but yeah, the film is not.
He did a good
spectacular.
job of holding it down at the Senior Bowl when you're supposed to, but I won't get caught up in that one week situation, that 1 week
sure.
affair.
Yep.
All right. So the Denver Broncos are here. Go to running back real quick. Again, this team has so few needs. It's sort of crazy here. I'm going to go Taj Brooks. I like Willie Marks as well, but I'm taking Taj Brooks out of Texas Tech. Juiced up runner. Can bounce it outside if you need him to. Taj Brooks it is. Chargers with Chris Trapasso, pick 209.
Okay, so we've addressed the defensive line early, tight end, running back, wide receiver, linebacker, guard. Let's go.
Wesley
Let's go cornerback for the Chargers. We don't know what the deal. I don't know why it's not like Asante Samuel is just sitting there in free agency, the shoulder injury, the tackles, but he feels like he should be on a team. They need another cornerback. Tarheeb Steele still had a good season, but let's look at corners quickly.
Cam Hart was another pleasant surprise.
Yeah. We're going to go let's go Jason Marshall from Florida because of the workout. And this is, for me, I am just throw flyers at big-time athletes this late in the draft.
He's a good player, too. Baltimore Ravens, Emory Hunt at pick 210.
In the group chat right there, my guy Wesley explained, sorry, there's no Montana Grizzlies on here. I tried. They don't lock into Montana football like we do, sir. So I had to go with the Bobcats. So pardon my disallegiance for your Grizzlies. So let's see where we at. We got interior O-line, corner, tight end, receiver, edge, linebacker. Let's go receiver once again. Even though Savion Williams is going to be a dog, Nick Nash. Oh wait, timeout. We
Oh,
got
geez.
we got. I'm thinking of the return game because we do like a little Cavante Turpin light and Jimmy Horn, but we need a big dog. So let's go get Nick Nash, another quarterback turn receiver that has good awareness.
Yeah, he doesn't run quite like
A
Jimmy
lot
Horn.
of catches last year, right? Yeah.
Ton
Yeah.
of catches.
Ton of
All right. Back to the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to keep going secondary. I can't believe this guy's still here, and he's ranked so low that he sort of slipped under my radar. Go to cornerback, striker. Go get B.J. Adams out of Lige Douzable's UCF. He could be a top 100 guy. Like, it's wild that he's ranked so low here. But that's on me for missing him. But I get him here. Dallas Cowboys get a really good football player. 212, Chris Trapasso, Baltimore Ravens.
No,
It's back to me. Isn't it Emery?
Yeah,
I mean, he's Eric DaCosta, right? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I was on a Ravens show earlier, so I know I got a lot of fans of Ravens Nation watch, but the nest of the vote. All right, so we need depth on defense. Go to D-line. I tried, Wes. All right, Riley Mills. We'll nurse him back to health.
Ooh.
Let's go, Ravens.
It's an Andrew Voorhees type situation. Redshirt
Yep.
him,
Yeah.
and then he's playing. Yep, by year 2.
And we talked
All right.
about Desmond Watson too, but we're going Riley Mills.
All right, Traps. I think are you closing us out in the 6th round? Vegas, Chargers, Vegas, Browns.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Let's
right,
go.
you have the
Let's
next
go
4
back.
picks.
Let's go back and add some more beef up front, even though we already got Jamari Caldwell. So let's go look at the D line. There's one player I think that's standing out to me. So yeah, right there, SMU, Jared Harrison Hunt. I think he's a really fun player. Can get up the field in a big body too.
All right, Chargers at 214.
Chargers. Oh, we got my guy Bashal Tootin already. Let's look at. We went linebacker already. How about safety? You have Derwin James, obviously. The one. Can you scroll down a little bit, striker? If there's any more under. Oh, I'm going to go Marcus Siegel from, which I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his last name, from Kansas State. Big time tester. I thought he was really fun on film in coverage, and he was a striker as a in run support as well.
Good call. Back to Vegas at 215.
Back to Vegas at 215. Let's look at offensive line. That's one position that we haven't addressed yet. I think it's a ascending offensive line, but it's not great at this point. You scroll down a little. I don't know if there's any of the Emory guys down the board here. Actually, let's go up to Connor Colby from Iowa. Not a tremendously high upside player, but I think the floor is pretty high. So Connor Colby for the Raiders there to start the 7th round. Well, then the Browns. Okay.
Yeah, you got one more pick to close that. Last pick of the
okay,
6th
yeah,
round.
sorry. Of the 6th. Okay, gotcha. We went safety, linebacker, wide receiver, tight tackle the last couple picks. I wouldn't hate corner. Can we look at corner? Just to add to that secondary. How about Fentrell Cypress from Florida State? Tested really well, was not a combine invite. I've wanted to draft a bunch of these non-combine guys. He was really fun. When you're watching Azareye'h Thomas, Cypress kind of popped on film.
Yeah, no, that's right. And tested through the roof, as you pointed out there.